Welcome back to the second part of the Project Tiger. In the first part, we have stopped where Satyajit Ray was talking about his new film Goopy Gaine and Bhaga Baine and the scene he wanted to shoot with a tiger. Now, let us move on to the 9th paragraph. In the 9th paragraph, we see Satyajit Ray is confused about where to get trained tiger for his film Goopy Gaine Bhaga Baine. Anyway, he decided to get it from a circus because circus company will have trained tigers with them. To his luck, Bharat Circus was conducting shows in Market Square in Calcutta at that time. Ray and his team went there and talked about their need to the manager of the circus, who was a South Indian. The manager greeted them warmly and introduced the ringmaster, Mr. Thorat. He too was a South Indian, around 40, with good physique and the look of a Nepali. He had a scar on his forearm caused by a tiger. In the 10th paragraph, Ray talks about the scene he wanted to capture. The selected shooting place was Shuri in Birbhum. He said he wanted the tiger to come out of the bamboo grove into an open space and the tiger should pace gently for a while, if possible look at the camera and move back. Hearing this, Mr. Thorat agreed that he could make the tiger do that scene, and he also asked how long they required the tiger. Ray said that they needed the tiger only for a couple of hours in addition to the transportation time, which will not take more than 2 days. The manager consented to their plan and took them to show the tiger. In between, Ray asked Mr. Thorat if it was easy to let the tiger free in the bamboo grove to take the shot. Thorat replied that he had never let the tiger out of its cage so far, and therefore he was doubtful about that. Mr. Ray was deeply disappointed by hearing it. He worried if his project would be unworkable. He knew that tiger cannot be shown in the scene with its ringmaster, because the two characters may not express their fear genuinely and cannot do justice to the scene as he planned. Mr. Thorat said that he would tie a wire around the tiger's neck and manage the tiger from a distance. But the flaw in that suggestion was the tiger's hairs on the neck would be flattened by the pull and the scene would look awkward. At last, Ray found a solution. He decided to make a collar made of tiger skin and then attach the wire to that collar. Everyone agreed with it. And a few days later, in a village named Nottingham, their shooting began. Mr. Thorat came with 2 robust tigers instead of 1. They were brought in a huge container lorry to the shooting place. When asked about why he had brought 2 tigers, Mr. Thorat said that he had brought it as a substitution. If one doesn't obey the command, then they could easily use the next one and save time and tension regarding getting another tiger. Anyway, that was a great idea. Now, everything was well and ready for the shooting. The camera was set ready on tripod facing the bamboo grove. Audience were asked to watch from a distance behind the camera. It was required to shoot a scene in which Goopy, Bhaga and the tiger come in a single frame. In the 16th paragraph, it is said that Mr. Thorat's team fixed a 5-foot iron rod in the ground 30 feet away from the area where the tiger was supposed to walk. As decided earlier, The wire was fixed on the collar worn by the tiger and the other end to the iron rod. Thorat gave a sign for the tiger to come out of the cage. Immediately the tiger jumped out to the ground. And what happened after that cannot be explained. The tiger was leaping and jumping and rolling on the ground. It was behaving in an unusual way. The animal was enjoying its first freedom out of its cage. The poor ringmaster was taken aback. Taken aback means shocked. He was really shocked to see the behavior of the animal. He had never seen the tiger so wild and unmanageable before. The tiger was not paying heed to his command. He tried to control it by pulling the string, but the tiger was dragging the ringmaster with its utmost energy. This continued for a long time. And for Mr. Ray and his team and the people gathered there, it was like watching a special circus event for free. In the 17th paragraph, Ray says that they waited patiently. After creating a lot of trouble for some time, the tiger cooled down. Then they took the scenes they wanted. Unfortunately, while editing the film from their Calcutta studio, they understood that the scenes were too dark and the tiger was not distinct among the bamboo grove. And sadly, they realized the fact that their efforts were a failure. So, it was decided to reshoot the scene once again. This time, they selected a bamboo grove in Boral village in Calcutta. Once again, the set was made ready. Mr. Thorat and team arrived with tiger, collar, iron rod, etc. And there was a large crowd of villagers to watch the shooting. They were asked to stand at a distance of 70 feet. But no one obeyed or moved from their position. Ray and his team didn't have much time to convince the people and to forcefully shift them apart. In the last paragraph, we can see they are opening the door of the cage. The door of the cage was opened with a clang. Clang means loud metallic sound. The tiger, as before, jumped ferociously with a loud roar straight at the villagers gathered behind the camera. At once, the villagers, who were around 150, vanished as if by magic. But this time, the tiger calmed down soon and cooperated with them like an obedient child to take the shots as they intended. And then it ambled back to its trainer, Mr. Thorat. Amble means to walk or move at a slow, relaxed pace. 2 days later, when they reached Calcutta and checked the scenes, Mr. Ray realized with gratification that the camera had worked properly and was able to capture the scenes as he had in his mind. Students, Satyajit Ray and his friends had to shoot the scenes involving the tiger twice at Nottingham and at Boral. And you might have understood the stress and strain behind filmmaking using animals. Hope you understood the lesson very well. Thank you.